Howdy folks, Todd here with Great Escape Farms. Today is March 10th, 2022, and I am going to be putting in some onion sets. So it is 64 degrees out today, and they're calling for 3 inches of snow tomorrow. So typical spring here or we're not even at spring, typical late winter here in West Virginia, and we're in zone 6A, and I could have probably got these in earlier, but I just haven't had time. Okay, I have them spaced out, just laid here. I'll show you how I laid them out in 1 second. What I do is I lay them on top of the ground like this after I have it marked out, and then I'll go back through and I'll bury them in. By laying them out, what I mean is you'll notice there's a pointy end there and then a round end. So the pointy end over here where my pinky is, that is where the top is. The bottom over here where my index finger is, that's where the roots are. So it would go like this in the ground. And that's the way I set them in here. Now, the way I set this up is I measured from over there. I started at the 3-inch mark, and then every 6 inches, I just put a little mark on the wood here, and I did the same on the back. That way I can get everything straight. And I've done this before freehand, and I end up with zigzags. So this way everything will be straight. And going this way, I just lay from one mark to another, like is here. I lay the tape measure on, and I move this end up to 3 inches, and then I do 6, 12, 18. So every 6 inches I go this way. So they are 6 inches this way and 6 inches this way. The outer edge is 3 inches away all the way around, and that gives everything even spaces, so I can get a onion easily up to 4 inches around and without causing problems to one another. Get much bigger than that, it would cause issues, but that is a huge onion if it does get that big. So as far as putting these in the ground, let me just come over here, and what I want to do is just lay them in, and I want the point sticking just barely up like that. And that's why I laid all these in at once, because it gets hard to see that. Once they are all in, then I'm going to go ahead and put some hay down or some kind of mulch on top. So I'm using hay, which was old bedding hay, and that will help mulch it as well as keep it wet and everything, and have it prepared for our snowstorm tomorrow, which will actually be what waters these all in. Okay, I'm not done yet. I'm up to about this point right here, and I just wanted to show you. I'm putting it on. It's thicker down there because it's dry. Over here it's a little bit more wet, so even when it gets wet, that will pack down more than this will. So I'm putting a pack down maybe 1 inch on, and the stuff that's dry and loose right there, I'm putting about 2 inches on right there. And I'll continue and finish this up right here. This is the original soil. And as a bonus, I'm gonna give you a little update on the garlic over here. I did the garlic in the fall, and I'll link to a video in here, but you see that is the elephant garlic, which really isn't garlic. And then I have all the true garlic in down here, and this is just coming along beautiful. And one other thing I'll do with the onion over there is I will label it so the all of the garlic was labeled here, so I know what it is. That is all the same, but I will just label it because in 6 months or 5 months when I'm harvesting it, I will completely forget what's in there. So this is, the onions will look very similar to this, a little more green on top, and I need to come through and weed this, but I'll keep it all weeded, and hopefully we'll have lots of garlic and onions this year. Last little bit here, I had more bulbs than what I had space. I had to move some pots over there, and I started working on this. I remembered something, or realized something I forgot to tell you, is it is much easier if you loosen the ground before you put these in. So I did that over here. I just forgot to mention it. So what I did after I moved the pots, I went ahead and I leveled it off and loosened the ground up here. And what that allows me to do is just kind of push these in a little bit and take the loosened soil and just push it right on around. Oops, there's a rock under that one, which doesn't help. And the rocks definitely don't help here. But that helps a lot, being able to, I think I'm getting most of this off camera here. So that way you can just push it right in. After you put this on, normally you water it. Like I say, we're getting snow tomorrow, so that should pack it down a little bit and put water on it. If we don't get any, then I will come back with a hose in a day or two and go ahead and wash this in, because again, like I said in the beginning, it's March and it's pretty cool. They're mostly going to do roots right now, very little on the top green side until we get a little bit warmer. Today's a warm day, but next couple days are going to be pretty chilly. I will also fertilize these things. I'll put on our organic fertilizer. about once a month, because onions are heavy feeders and I want these to get to be real big, large onions that we can use in the kitchen. So this is the next day. It's around noontime, and as you can see, we got the snow. I don't know, I'd guess we got four or 5 inches here, something like that. Anyhow, we're going down to 15 tonight, and the snow is actually going to help with that, because the snow in conjunction with the straw that I put on top is going to help insulate the bulblets so they won't freeze up on me. The bulblets will do fine below freezing, but they don't care much for going down below 20. So the snow and the straw and everything acts as insulation so it won't get that cold, and hopefully that'll be the last time that we go below 20 this year.